This is the newest BRP Outlander 1000cc. And this is Chinese Sharmax Force 1000cc. That's several times cheaper. But if there is any difference in performance, let's find out. Hi there, as usually it's me, just a voiceover. You're watching Review Machines, and today we are going to make a tough comparison. We have a legendary BRP top quad, which is quite expensive, and we have much cheaper Chinese quad. Both of them have 1000cc engines, and their specs are mostly similar. So it will be interesting to find out if their performance differs as greatly as the prices. It's going to be an exciting battle in the severest conditions, and it's time to begin. But before that, please consider subscribing the channel, my friends, it's really important for us. Thank you. This comparison is going to be interesting because we'll try to figure out just how close the Chinese have gotten to the legend of quad building. Or maybe they've even surpassed it in some ways. What makes it even more intriguing, it's the price difference. As usual, we talk prices closer to the end, and the first thing we'll check out is their look. The new Outlander has seriously stepped up its design. It's not quite as aggressive as the Renegade yet, but it's way closer than the previous model. This quad now looks way more predatory and sleek. The headlights keep their signature style, but now appear sharper, and the whole machine looks like a predator, ready to pounce at any moment. Personally, I'd say the Canadians were good at the redesign, but what about China? I should say this Chinese ATV looks quite decent to my mind, though I personally would prefer more aggressive look of Outlander. The Sharmax looks more reserved. That reminds me some older models of CF motorquads. The lights front and rear are effective nevertheless, the whole impression is positive. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments. Now about the specs. I made some tabs to better see any difference if there is some. As we can see, the dimensions are similar, BRP is a bit longer, but Sharmax is higher. Outlander is 2390mm long, 1220 wide and 1350mm high. Each weighs 465 kilos. The Chinese quad is 23mm long, 1230 wide and 1510mm high. The weight is 445 kilos. Both ATVs have two spacious seats. Now you see another tab about the engines. According to the specs, the engines are almost the same. I mean, the specs are the same. Canadian engines Rotax are famous. As to the Chinese engine, it's made by Geely factory, well-known car manufacturer. It's 92 HP engine, 976cc capacity, water-cooled. The suspension system is also similar, with adjustable shocks. The Sharmax suspension travel is 236mm front and 231 rear. BRP has 233 front and 251mm rear suspension travel. The both quads has all-wheel drive. Sharmax has selectable diff locks, while the Outlander has automatic locks. Now let's fire up the engine. Listen to that sound. Solid, reasonably loud. Well, it's 1 liter after all. Next, let's test the transmission. all gears engage, though sometimes it takes a bit of muscle. And how about the Canadian?
На самом деле раскручивается он быстрее.
The sound is roughly the same, give or take, but the gearbox here is way sharper. The gears click into place like clockwork, no efforts needed, with a short, precise throw. Alright, let's take this beast for a spin. Sharmax starts the first. And just to be clear, it's not the top speed test. We are checking out here the acceleration of the quad at the same road. At this short distance, we reached 104 km per hour according to the GPS speedometer. Now BRP. It accelerates faster, and according to the specs, its top speed is 128 km per hour, while we got 117 at this side of road. Some more features. The Sharmax has a big display, but it's too dim on sunlight. Besides, it has two small icons, it's hard to watch them while moving. The gearbox lever has a mechanical anti-theft system. There are USB and 12-volt sockets. There is a winch, hand protection, front and rear trunks. The Outlander comes with less features, without any protections and winch. The display is pretty simple, but it's bright and easy to watch it. The quality of the plastic is much better, as well as build quality. Well, it's time for a few tests now. Standing start, rear-wheel drive, full throttle, let's go! It's obvious, this thing has enough power. But what else would you expect from 1-liter beast? Punch the throttle and the quad goes like it's trying to throw you off. Better hold those handlebars tight. Honestly, this much power is overkill for most situations. But it's nice knowing it's always ready to take off. What else? The seat is comfy, there is plenty of room, and build quality seems decent. Right now we are tearing across this field. It looks flat, but hides some serious bumps, putting the suspension to the test. And it feels rather firm, but comfy. Now the real question, how will BRP go? Firstly, it seemed to me that Outlander is somehow even more dull than Sharmax. But how's it possible? But then I found that I left it in work mode, and I switched it to sport mode. And the quad completely transformed. Now it's a real aggressive beast. Though the engine specs are similar at the both models, Outlander in sport mode is a way more exciting and faster than Sharmax. According to the specs, Outlander is 20 kilos heavier with the same HP, but in practice it feels much lighter. Well, it seems still BRP proves its legendary reputation, but we should pay tribute to the Chinese quad. It's really decent for its money. But now we are going off-roading, and it's going to be a tough ride. Both quads have the same transmission features, but Sharmax has 27-inch wheels and Outlander 26-inch. Let's try them. Both quads are passing first obstacles without any problems. Both of them have EPS systems, plenty of power and torque. You can choose the right amount of torque exactly when you need it to tackle obstacles. This is why your machine will never run out of gas when you need them most. And here we have a more serious obstacle. BRP goes the first. It doesn't have mud tires, but it has plenty of power. Besides, auto diff locks work well here. You don't need to stop to switch it on. Let's watch Sharmax getting over the same dirt.
Давай, давай, давай! Креп, креп! Стоп! Стой, стой, стой! Назад немного и ходом! Тяжелее. Вон да, он тяжелее. Ходом, ходом! Прям понижающий пельку и прям газ в пол и пошел. Назад, назад, назад. Тяжелее.
Again, despite official specs, Sharmax feels heavier than BRP and it's hard to move here. Nevertheless, it passes this obstacle. And now let me try to get over this place. Meanwhile, I'm pushing the Sharmax through another seriously challenging section.
Ты мостом уперся.
And it seems I'm getting stuck here. The perfect opportunity to test the winch. No way through without it. The winch performs well, clearing my path, so I can't put the BRP to the same test.
Как говорится, где я застреваю, BRP даже не заезжаю.
This time, the Canadian's legendary reputation isn't enough to conquer this obstacle. Without a winch in our model, we are forced to throw it in reverse and find a different lane. We shot this video in March, and as we can see, there is ice in the forest. It's a hard way for the quads. One wrong move and you can shred the transmission pads on the thick ice. But going back isn't an option. BRP passes this section without problems. But Sharmax falls through the ice and finds itself in quite peculiar position. And now it's time to speak about the prices. In fact, I don't know how much BRP costs at your place. Here, in this modification, its price is about $35,000. And Sharmax costs nowadays about $18,000, almost 2 times cheaper. Well, let's go today, my friends. Thanks for having a ride with us. Please post your comments what you think of this quad, which is better. Consider watching another video about similar machine. Stay with us, there will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.